So extra wins here would make a difference. So I have at least 16. The trouble is if I go into the championship match with 16, defer goals 21.5, I'd have to 6-0 them to win the championship. You add the extra points from the championship match, like the 4-2 or whatever, to your final score. But if the first player has a big advantage of the second player, even a win in the championship match often isn't enough to make the difference. There have been championship matches where like the first place was so far out ahead that it just did not matter. Even a 6-0 was not enough. It was just like a consolation match. Um, so if I win like two more here, then maybe I could win like a 4-2 or something in the championship match. So here's hoping. Anyways, there's a kingdom in front of me. 5-2 is probably good here. I see a lot of good fives. Villages, pretty lacking. You could upgrade something into a gondola. Get a one-time village effect. Once again, this is just looking like kind of an uneventful kingdom. Play some sea witches, give out some curses, upgrade some junk, take provinces. I think Cutthroat will probably be worth playing at some point. It is terminal space, which is annoying. But loots are good with upgrade round, because in the end of the game you can upgrade them into provinces. So I think the goal is going to be Sea Witches upgrades Cutthroat, the end. I want to start with Sea Witch. It's easier to see how Sea Witch gets me to upgrade than to see how upgrade gets me back to Sea Witch. And I'll go and buy a silver here. Moving on 5 here wouldn't be so bad. I do need to pick up a magpie at some point. Alright, I got my pair of Sea Witches. Next on the docket is upgrades. Bryan is keeping up on those. Oh! Colonnade is here. How is Colonnade here? I had this banned for like 5-6 years. I've not played with this at all. I think I unbanned it recently to ban. What did I ban? I guess Approaching Army must be what I replaced. I don't like Approaching Army. The card itself is fine, but it forces more attack cards into the kingdom, and most of the least fine cards in Dominion are attack cards. I could do Reap here. I don't think I want to Reap. I think I want an upgrade. If it were the top of a shuffle, I think Reap could make more sense, because if you Reap at the beginning of a shuffle, then you hit 5 again off of that on the bottom of your shuffle. I was about to trigger a shuffle, and I wanted the upgrade to be in that shuffle. I'm going to get Colonnade points. I'm pretty sure the reason I banned Colonnade way back when is because it encourages bad habits of just spamming the same action card, and I did not like that. I think that's still true. Above the influence, don't touch the Colonnade. I don't need a third Sea Witch, do I? Oh, I have a Magpie. When did I get that? I was about to buy a Magpie, but apparently I've got one already. Let's see if I Cutthroat now. Take that. I'm not above the influence. I wanted more Colonnade points. Uh-oh. I'd take another upgrade here if I could afford it, but I cannot. Looks like they'll split evenly. Upgrade, I presume. You definitely want the last 2 points. That's like a 4-point swing, right? Your options are upgrade, Sea Witch, Magpie, and I think upgrade looks like the best of the 3. No. Someone got jealous of my Cutthroat. Please don't miss 5. I missed 5 pretty damn badly, actually. Well, that was sad. I'm gonna guess I'm slightly behind. I think Brian's got more of the Magpies. I took Sea Witch first, and I don't feel like I really got ahead on curses as a result. I'm not totally sure of any of that. More Cutthroats. Buy an upgrade here in a heartbeat if I had one in play. This is why I banned Colonnade. I just can't handle it. It's too tempting. Well, I probably got to do the thing. There's just too many treasures to not put in this shuffle. Well, I was about to say I was going to play the Sea Witch, buy a gondola, and play the Cutthroat that way. That now looks to be off the table. I need more upgrades. Anticipate some reaping. But we shall see. Upgrade also looks good here. We both have a Cutthroat in play, but Bryan's about to shuffle, and so presumably Bryan wants to get the loot back into his deck immediately. Whereas, like, if I were to trigger this Cutthroat after Bryan shuffled before I shuffled, kind of benefit from that more. That's probably the main argument for Reap right now. Yeah. Prize Goat. I will happily take that. I don't deserve that. I've been slacking on my own upgrades, but I'm not unappreciative. I think we're now about at the provincing stage. Like, you're at the top of a shuffle. I think provincing here looks pretty reasonable. Reap is not unreasonable, though. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it is. You didn't have any cutthroats in play. Okay. Play Sea Witch, buy Gonda, play Cutthroat, or just play the Cutthroat. I think I prefer doing it this way. Apparently I'm going to do it twice. Hammer is basically staff in this kingdom. Staff being the loot that lets you play an extra action card, because Hammer can just gain a gondola, and then you play it off the gondola. Take me a Magpie. And upgrade or just Duchy already? Piles are low-ish. Upgrades are great with loots around. I think I'm leaning towards the upgrade. Talking myself into it. Upgrade it is. If I don't get attacked, I think here I'm probably just playing the Cutthroat. Delay the gondola, buy a Duchy, I think. If I play the Sea Witch, I may be overshooting, like I draw a bunch of money, and then I'm either not buying gondola and don't play the Cutthroat, it kind of defeats the point, or I'm not sure where else that sentence was going, so I'm going to give up on it. I'm looking at these three Cutthroats in play and thinking maybe Reap is okay here. Well, there's some pretty decent loots. Figurehead's also a great loot in a kingdom like this where you're not consistently drawing your deck. Really, all those loots are good. Let's trash some curses. And how is this the first province of the game on turn 19? Don't even try to cutthroat me. You fool. Oh wait, did they block mine? No, I didn't play a cutthroat. That's why they didn't block mine. Not the most inspiring hand of all time. 15 money in one buy. What a shame. Duchy or delay this? I think Duchy looks better than anything I can buy for 4 by a good margin. I have not yet upgraded any loots, but any moment now that's going to happen. Just you wait. I think this game is probably ending before I get back around through my deck, so I'd rather just keep the copper and buy an estate. Now, if I could draw some loots, I would be a very happy camper. Can I make that happen, please? Probably I saw most of my loots in that last hand. Let's turn this into a gondola so I can play the Sea Witch non-terminally. Fancy. Alright, here we go. That's one. Ooh, you're not a loot. Look at this upgrade gondola Sea Witch engine that I'm building here. Ain't I fancy? And this, if I get a turn, this should be win in hand. Bryan gets really lucky. Like you upgrade 2 loots into provinces. That only gets you to 33. Yeah, I don't think Bryan is doing 2 provinces and 3 duchies here. Oh, I didn't speak too soon. He did 2 provinces. You got remarkably close there.